together. I think it's actually a cool thing to stop and reflect about. I was thinking about it when I just walked in after my last meeting, that I've known this guy for about, 4.5 years, I think. And throughout the years, he has become a really, really good friend. And I must say that I'm really impressed to see his devotion, his drive, and his ability to break down the techie stuff and the stuff that most people don't understand, to make it really, really, really understandable. So, Max Nilsenius, he's our tech nerd. He's the one who is taking care of all the technical stuff, helping me a lot of times. But it just felt like a really good moment to actually bring that up, that I'm proud to have you as a friend and a colleague, and it's good to see the work that you do, and you inspire me on a daily basis. So I'm glad to have you as a neighbor as well, so we can sit and work together. But I'm not going to make this any longer. I would like to let's see if I can, is your microphone on?
Yeah, absolutely.
I cannot hear you. Oh, hold on.
I think you can hear me.
I did not have my microphone on. But you guys have heard me, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm not going to say anything else. So I'm just going to open up for you, Max.
Thank you. Thanks for the introduction, Irene. I will open up for you to definitely share a few words of the journey after the webinar tonight. But it's an incredible, interesting time, guys. My name is Max. For you guys that haven't heard me before, I got in touch with Bitcoin back in 2013 with my business partner Navid and my father. Like Irene said, I really love everything that has to do with tech, I would say, but my father is one step ahead of me in terms of the tech aspect. And we had a friend of ours in the south of Sweden, which worked at that time as the IT security manager of IKEA in Sweden. And he wanted us to invest in him because he was going to start up this mining operation, mining Bitcoins from his, I don't even remember exactly how it was now, so many years ago, but he wanted us to invest in him to set up these miners in a way, creating this new digital money called Bitcoin. And if you hear about Bitcoin the first time, it's very confusing because it's something that have never existed before. There is nothing like Bitcoin out there. There has never been anything like Bitcoin out there. And today Bitcoin has become this worldwide phenomenon, which I guess everyone have paid attention to or at least heard about. And if you're one of these people that have heard about Bitcoin but don't really understand what it is, please write a 1 in the chat field here. If you have heard about Bitcoin but you don't know what Bitcoin is, type a 1 in the chat field, please, so I know what kind of tech level I should put this on today. So I see that Joby Bowie have typed a 1. I know that he's lying to me right now because we're spending endless hours talking about different stuff in this industry. To cut a long story short, the Bitcoin price was around $100 when we got introduced to Bitcoin the first time. Me and my father and my business partner Navid did not invest in Bitcoin mining at that time, but we started to follow the industry. We followed Bitcoin from a couple of dollars up to $1,200 within no time. It was just a couple of months, literally. And from that point, we understood that this is an industry we really need to keep our eyes open on. And alternative as we are, we said if there is less than 1% of the total adult population that knows about Bitcoin and no one is writing about it and all of the articles on the internet are negative, we need to have a look at this. So that's what we did. And from that day, more or less, spending endless hours just diving into what Bitcoin is, what it can do to society, what it can do to humanity, and what it can do to the financial world, we realized that I get goosebumps, you can see. It's like when you see it the first time, we're like, wow, this is such a big world, so much more than just an investment, as many people are saying. Bitcoin is not an investment. Bitcoin is a complete paradigm shift. And there was one quote I realized, or I understood from what this tech guy named David told us back in 2013, and that was Bitcoin will do to money what internet did to information. And when you understand that Bitcoin will do to money what internet did to information, and that's basically what Bitcoin is. And I will try to break it down on kind of a basic level today for you to understand what Bitcoin is, so you can grasp the big picture, so you can understand what Bitcoin will become over the next couple of years, and actually how you can be a part of it in a safe and secure way. Another thing I would like to add before we get started, we've lost millions in this industry. We've entered projects which were promising a lot, but never delivered what they were supposed to deliver. And we figure out that we will skip all of these different blockchain projects. We will skip all of these different coins out there, alternative cryptocurrencies, to only spend our time and focus on Bitcoin. Because remember that Bitcoin today is not a question of if it will become something. The only question is how big and how fast will it actually grow from today. So we decided now it's actually just a few years ago, to only focus on Bitcoin. Our time, our money, our effort, and just really dive into the entire world of Bitcoin without focusing on any of these alternative things out there. Sure, there are other cryptocurrencies today that are interesting, but I can tell you the only reason for me to actually be a part of any other cryptocurrency is only because I can be a part of accumulating more Bitcoins. So let's dive into the aspect of what is Bitcoin. And how can you actually be a part of it? It's important to understand the aspect of grasping the big picture of Bitcoin. That's the number one you need to understand. So Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That is basically, I guess, what many people have heard if you haven't heard about Bitcoin before. And I can tell you, if you would ask me now 6 years ago, what is Bitcoin? I would give you a completely different answer to what I would give you today. If you would ask me 6 years ago, I would most probably say, well, it's this internet money, which I guess will go up in value. You should definitely buy some so you can make some money quick. You know, that would be my answer when I was a little boy. And today I've definitely grown into this industry to realize that Bitcoin is so much more than just making a US dollar profit. So if you would ask me today what is Bitcoin, I would sum it up with a few different statements. So let's see if I can just get the next picture. So what is Bitcoin? It's more than just money. It's a global digital transaction system available to anyone that would like to participate. And it's 100% decentralized, and it's also completely peer-to-peer. What does this mean? For decades, we've been using a centralized digital transaction system through banks and corporations, which goal is, of course, to make money on the consumers, on the users. Many people believe that the banking system is made to serve the people, but if that would be the case, it doesn't make sense why 40% of the total adult population in the world today, according to the World Bank, is outside of this banking system. So why does 40% of the total adult population on Earth, why doesn't this 2.1 billion group of people have access to banking? It's actually a very simple answer to that. The bank doesn't earn any money on these people because it's too small economical activity, but also because it costs them too much to actually run a banking corporation in these areas. But what is so weird then is, of course, or what I'm thinking about then, how does these people actually create their own little economical society today? And if you look at many countries in South America, in Africa, in Asia, I mean, if you only look at Argentina itself, most people are, of course, using cash. I don't remember that study right now. I should have remembered it, but I think it's, or let's not go into the numbers because I don't know to 100%, but if you look at it, most of the poor countries in the world today where people don't have access to banking, of course, they're using cash. So what does a peer-to-peer network mean? Completely decentralized. Well, Bitcoin today is more or less owned by all of the people connected to this global digital network where everyone can make transaction with a new form of money called Bitcoin, which is a limited supply of 21 million. And what makes Bitcoin so beautiful is that everyone with a smartphone can download an application, connect to this decentralized network, and participate in a decentralized economy where there is no intermediaries interfering with the transactions. So basically, I can set up a wallet here right now. Joby can set up a wallet right now in UK as long as you have internet connection. We can start to transact Bitcoins without asking anyone for permission. So many people, what they're saying is that, or what governments and authorities and regulators have been saying for many years, is that they're very scared. They're scared that criminals will use Bitcoin. They're scared that people that are laundering money will use Bitcoin. They're scared that terrorists will use Bitcoin. I mean, terrorist is a man-made word created in 2001 after, or let's not go into political stuff, but I can get very emotional talking about this stuff, because what we know today is, of course, that war and the most cruel things happening on our planet is funded through banks. I'm not saying they're funded by bankers. That's a completely different discussion, but it's funded through banks. How would else the most criminal people on earth, including terrorists, be able to do any kind of funding or banking? Of course, it's through banks. And what makes Bitcoin so beautiful is that it's completely peer-to-peer, which means that there is no intermediaries between that sucking a straw and trying to sticking in a straw and trying to suck out fees. Like when we're making a transaction today, I'm using, for example, Barclays Bank in London. I go to Starbucks and I want to make a payment. Starbucks is using Lloyds Bank, but between that, there is Visa, MasterCard, and maybe Chase that wants to stick in a straw and suck out fees for handling these transactions. So by making a transaction through the normal banking system today, it's peer to intermediary to intermediary to intermediary to intermediary to peer, which costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time, and a lot of companies are becoming very wealthy due to the disknowledge of you and me using the banking system. That cannot happen with Bitcoin because everything is peer-to-peer. So if I create a wallet, if Joby creates a wallet, we're both connected to this ecosystem where you and I can make, or me and Joby by that time can make transactions without having anyone interfering or trying to suck out fees for making these transactions. So what is really interesting with this is a limited supply of 21 million Bitcoins. Bitcoin was created by a Japanese name called Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. No one knows who this man-woman group of people is. It's a Japanese name which decided that there are going to be 21 million Bitcoins. And it's based on mathematical algorithms, so you can never change this rule. You can never change this rule. To change this rule of the limited supply, you literally need to create a whole new cryptocurrency. But I will try not to go too deep into the tech part today, which I usually do. So if I go to tech, just write in the chat field, now I really don't understand shit about what you're saying, and I will try to make it simplify it. So Bitcoin is the first ever alternative to the established banking system. And this is why I believe it's such a powerful thing that no one really knows who created Bitcoin. It's a Japanese name, as I said, and I believe it would be very dangerous to go out in 2008 and after the Lehman Brothers collapsed during the financial crisis and say, hey, I created Bitcoin, because you don't disrupt a $3 trillion industry and saying, hey, I'm the one doing it. But here we have an alternative banking system, which is for everyone to use, no matter who you are, no matter where you are in the world, as long as you have internet connection. And this is, with the limited supply, the most beautiful form of money there can be. It's like having gold on the internet. And Bitcoin is definitely in the main focus of financial institutions, hedge funds, governments, combined with the most influential people on earth today. As you probably saw a couple of days ago, Nasdaq is now listing both Bitcoin and Ethereum, direct data information. We see, for example, JP Morgan's creating their own cryptocurrency, and a couple of months ago they were bashing Bitcoin for being a scam. And Bitcoin also, you need to remember, is the best performing asset in between the last 10 years. This is really interesting. Bitcoin is the best performing asset the last 10 years. So there's no longer a question if Bitcoin will become something. The only question is how big will it actually become. And if you look at this graph here to my right, in 2013, the Bitcoin price went from around $20 up to $1,200. So this little spike you can see there in the end of 2013 is actually, if from the beginning of 2013 till the end of 2013, this is actually more than 13 times the money. But let's write a 10x because it's too hard for most people to grasp. And if you see this big spike between 2017 and 2018, this was also approximately more than 10 times. But I believe, and we believe together with other people on this webinar, by not listening to any media, by not doing any kind of MACD trading graphs and stuff like that, but by fundamental factors, the Bitcoin price will be something I believe many of us could just, we couldn't even believe it if we look back 10 years, in 10 years. So what I see over the next 5-10 years is that one Bitcoin, according to me, and this is just what I believe, if I would have a crystal ball, I would be a billionaire by now. But by fundamental factors, we truly believe that the Bitcoin price will go to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And don't listen to me, listen to the most influential people on earth, what they have to say about Bitcoin. So many people believe it's very hard to get, to start with Bitcoin. It's very technical. Sure, there's a lot of tech aspect involved with Bitcoin that you can learn about if you want to, but it's literally just to go to App Store, Google Play, download an app, a blockchain wallet, and from that on, you can participate in this global network by just more or less today setting up your own wallet. It's very simple. So we see that we will see a lot of these 10x's over the next couple of years, of course. And remember, we're just in the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of Bitcoin. Many people believe now when the price is $3,500 that it's too late to get involved. It's less than 1% of the total population on earth that knows about Bitcoin. Bitcoin haven't even started yet. So why should you pay attention? Is it too late to get involved? Okay, according to Cambridge University study, there are about 2.9 to 5.8 million active Bitcoin users in the world today. I believe it's much more than this, but if we just say it's a maximum of 10 million or 20 million people on earth today that is active Bitcoin users, I mean, this is mind-blowing because Bitcoin today have almost $100 billion market cap value. It has $100 billion market cap value today and is less than 10 million people, according to Cambridge University, that is using Bitcoin today. And yet, Expedia.com is accepting Bitcoin, Lamborghini accepting Bitcoin, McLaren accepting Bitcoin for you guys that love cars, Microsoft accepting Bitcoin, Virgin Galactic accepting Bitcoin with Richard Branson. I mean, there was over $3.2 trillion in Bitcoin transaction in 2018, while 2018 was a complete bear market where the price tanked with over 70%, guys. I mean, we're just in the beginning of the beginning. Realize this. So you can be an early adopter, you can be a part of a huge growth potential, and this is the biggest wealth transfer in modern time. And this is not my words. This is the words of some of the most influential, wealthy, rich, smartest people on earth. And these guys are people that have foreseen industries that have, went up 1,000% within no time before. And I will show you these guys on a graph very soon. So let's go back. If you look at those bubbles here to the left, we just look at different market values. So the global debt on Earth today is $247 trillion, okay? And all of the money in the world today is $95.7 trillion. This here is very interesting. Just the pink and green bubble. I am colorblind, so I hope I'm saying the right thing. Pink and green, maybe it's red, I don't know. But how can this be that the global debt is there's a higher global debt than the actual money on Earth today? I mean, for me, it just doesn't make sense. To whom should you pay this debt to? It doesn't make sense to me. If the money doesn't exist, whom do you pay this global debt to? Anyway, this is a completely different discussion. This cannot happen with Bitcoin because there is no such thing as inflation. So the entire stock market is $77 trillion. The gold market today, all existing gold on Earth today is worth $7.8 trillion. And then you can, I guess you can probably, let's go back. And then you can probably see Bitcoin up there, which looks like a little blackhead. And Bitcoin is worth almost $100 billion today. It's nothing. This is why this industry has such huge growth potential, because the smartest, wealthiest, most influential people on Earth are talking about this industry today. So let's go to the next slide. So what are some of the most influential people on Earth today saying about Bitcoin? We have Tim Draper, for example, one of the greatest venture capitalists on Earth that you probably heard of. He's one of the angel investors in Skype, in Yahoo, in Hotmail, many other companies. He's also very famous for buying, I think it was 100,000 Bitcoins seized by the FBI that was used for criminal activities that the FBI auctioned out, and Tim Draper bought these coins. He is one of the greatest venture capitalists on Earth, which is talking very positively about Bitcoin and the possibilities, and that is about to change the world as we know it. And he's predicting Bitcoin at $250,000 per Bitcoin by 2022. Ventus Casares, the PayPal board director, believes that one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. And I think this was over a 10-year period of time. I'm not really sure. We have Jack Dorsey, the CEO and founder of Twitter. He said the world ultimately will have one single currency and the internet will have one single currency. And he personally believes that it will be Bitcoin. He went out a couple of days ago talking about Bitcoin in the news once again. We have Richard Branson investing millions of dollars in the mining process of creating Bitcoin. I mean, guys, don't listen to what I'm saying. Everything is transparent. You can go look up this information yourself. This is only for you to realize what kind of people are involved in this industry today. So let's see. So how can you get your hands on Bitcoin? You can get your hands on Bitcoin in three ways, literally. You can buy Bitcoin, you can trade Bitcoin, or you can mine Bitcoin, which is creating Bitcoin. Sure, then you can of course do like, let's not go into that. Let's just stick to those three things: buy, trade, or mine Bitcoin. Yeah, and to buy Bitcoin is actually a very, very easy process. You set up a wallet, blockchain.info. You can go to coinbase.com if you want to have a Bitcoin bank holding your coins. Blockchain.info is a very, very good application for storing your coins and storing your private keys, your passwords privately. And then you can go out to any exchange out there to buy Bitcoin. We are using, of course, BC Bitcoin, which is the first FCA regulated exchange in the UK. Two good friends of ours, which we've been working with now for a couple of years. And they are offering personal service for everyone that would like to be a part of buying Bitcoin in a true and transparent way through an FCA regulated exchange. And then you can hold Bitcoins, wait for the value to go up, you can sell, wait for the value to go up, you can spend it right now. If the Bitcoin price drops 20% tomorrow, don't get emotionally attached, because that will happen. believe me, the Bitcoin price is extremely volatile due to the fact that there is too less people using Bitcoin today. So when people are transacting with Bitcoin, the price are moving very fast up and very fast down at the moment. Bitcoin is just in the beginning of the beginning. So don't get emotionally attached to what is happening to the Bitcoin price short term. Then you can trade Bitcoin. This is also a very interesting alternative to get your hands on Bitcoin. I'm not a trader myself. I know that Joby, Irene, that I have with me on the call here today, are not traders either. Just think about it. For people that are putting their money into the stock market or into the cryptocurrency market, want to trade Bitcoins, most of them are losing money, and you know about it. And to be a very, very good trader today, you need hours of education. It's something you need to love to do to be able to trade. But in that case, you can actually accumulate Bitcoin because the market is extremely volatile. So if you have a way to accumulate Bitcoin that way, that's amazing. Or you can be a part of, I would say, the most interesting aspect of Bitcoin, which is mining. Mining means you're a part of the creation of Bitcoin. There can only be created 21 million Bitcoins in total. So the process of mining is a very, very interesting way of accumulating coins, no matter what the price of one Bitcoin is. If you see to my right here, you see what's called miner. This computer here is made only for the case of mining, creating Bitcoin. And I will try to explain this in a very easy way. So what is mining? This is what we want to talk about today. We want to present the opportunity of getting involved in a safe and secure environment of a pool which we've been up running and mining Bitcoins for the last 5 years. And we want to give people the opportunity to be a part of the long-term accumulation process of mining, even though it's not something people are doing by themselves today. It's a way, way too big game. To make mining very, very profitable today, you need equipment for at least $15 million to make it truly profitable. And you need to have great electricity costs, because if you're paying too high electricity costs for running these miners, well, you will end up with coins worth less than you're spending on your actual maintenance fees. So a fixed amount of 1,800 Bitcoins are mined on a 24-hour basis as of today. This decreases. This number is decreasing every 4 years. So every 4 years, the block reward per day is halved. So right now we can mine 1,800 Bitcoins every 24 hours. In May 2020, we can mine 900 Bitcoins every 24 hours. 4 years later, 450 Bitcoins every 24 hours. 4 years later, 225 Bitcoins every, you get my point, yeah? So this means when there's a total of 21 million Bitcoins that can be created, all of these Bitcoins, all of these 21 million Bitcoins will be mined year 2140. They will be mined year 2140 because of this 4-year halving. But what have historically happened then when there is a halving? Right now we have 450 something days left before the next halving. But previously in history, when this halving have happened, the Bitcoin price have spiked. I would love to show you this graph afterwards so you realize that when a Bitcoin will be harder and harder and harder and harder to get, the price of Bitcoin have gradually increasing for the past 10 years. So what is mining? What is this technical aspect? What is this weird thing this guy is talking about? Well, to explain mining in an easy way, a miner have two purposes. Number one, when a Bitcoin transaction is taking place, those mining computers are verifying these transactions, and as a reward by doing this, miners are also part of mining new Bitcoins, which is from these 1,800 Bitcoins every 24 hours. So on a daily basis today, if you look at the Bitcoin price, 1,800 Bitcoins times approximately $3,500 as one Bitcoin is today, there is over $6 million worth of Bitcoin mined on a daily basis. There is over $6 million of new Bitcoin being mined on a daily basis today. And this is something we can be a part of, taking a small piece of that cake. So every 10 minutes, there is 12.5 new Bitcoins that is being generated when a block is mined. So the term a block is mined is when 12.5 Bitcoin is being paid to the miner that could solve that problem within those specific 10 minutes. Did I went too techy right now, guys? I'm sorry for that. So let's try it once again. I'm sorry for that. I see you're nodding. So every 10 minutes, there's a new problem, okay? So miners are trying to solve this complex problem on a 10-minute basis. The miner that is solving this problem is being rewarded with 12.5 new Bitcoins. So let's play with a thought. I have one miner. Joby have 1,000 miners. We're trying to solve the same problem. Who do you think will most likely mine the next block? If we are trying to solve the next problem, the same problem, I have one miner, Joby have 1,000 miners, Joby will most probably mine the next block because he have so many more miners working on the same problem. So mining is a game today, guys. It's not like you can buy one of these machines and trying to make profit at home. It's not that easy. You need today millions of these computers to be able to actually make a decent profit because it's a competition. It's a big, big, big competition. So what are we doing? We are a part of a pool which has been mining Bitcoins now for the last 5 years. And what you can do is being a part of mining Bitcoin in a safe and secure and transparent environment without having any kind of prior tech experience. So what BitClub has been doing over the past 5 years is building one of the largest mining pools in the world of computers, and everyone who joins gets a piece of all of the Bitcoins mined on a daily basis. That's about it. We've been doing this now for 5 years. I will show transparently our track result very soon. And basically, when more people are joining us, we are contributing with more hash power to our total pool, mining computers. So when we have more people joining us, we're manufacturing more equipment, we assemble more equipment, we ship more equipment to our mining facilities, we install the equipment, and together we can grow our pool and mining more Bitcoin and share more Bitcoin to the members of our pool. So BitClub has been growing from having just a few miners 5 years ago to maintaining today over 40 mining facilities in over 5 continents. And we are today the top 7 largest mining operation in the world. And we believe we will be the top 4 within the end of this year. Because our pool has something which none of these other pools of computers are having. It's normal people that want to be a part of building up one big pool together, sharing the mining earnings, while all of these other pools out there needs more tech geeks buying more equipment, installing more equipment, maintaining their own mining facilities. While we have Yoshi Goto and Bitmain Warranty doing this for us, which is one of the most influential people in the entire Bitcoin space today. I will not go too much into details on that right now. We can do that on another webinar. So what have we done the previous 5 years? Because this is not a new started pool, guys. We have track record now for 5 years. We will have a 5-year anniversary event this year. Is going to be a lot of fun to attend that. And we have mined over 85,000 Bitcoins that has been shared with all of the members of our pool that wanted to invest with us after maintenance cost of the facilities has been paid. So what we have is a growing hash rate, a growing pool of mining computers that benefits all of the members, more mining computers, more Bitcoins, and we have been able to grow to become one of the largest mining pools in the world only due to the word-by-mouth crowdfunding model we have for the people that would like to get involved. So the picture you see here is from one of our mining facilities that we visit approximately once every 6 months. It's a 14 megawatt facility on Iceland where we have a couple of $1 million worth of mining equipment, and we do guided tours. So you, as a member of our pool, are of course invited to come here and see it with your own eyes. And it's very incredible to see this with your own eyes and understand that, wow, this is a massive machine which we can be a part of. You know, it's owned by us. So this is just a little tiny piece of a huge machine we have today in over 40 facilities. So mining versus buying. This is the question I usually get. What is the difference between buying Bitcoin and mining Bitcoin? Well, it's a great question, because today, if you Google how much does it cost to mine one Bitcoin, and the electricity cost for mining one Bitcoin today is approximately $4,500, something around $4,500 right now. What we are paying, because of our electricity contracts and our very well placed mining operations, we are paying about $3,000 today to mine one Bitcoin, which means that everything, if the Bitcoin price is above $3,000, we can divide a lot of Bitcoins in the wallets of BitClub network members. So what mining can actually do is helping us to accumulate Bitcoin long term. It's a slow and steady process. It's not something which can make people millionaires if the Bitcoin price doesn't go to $1 million. It's definitely not something where you can make tens of Bitcoins or hundreds of Bitcoins if you're not investing a very large sum amount of money in mining today. But as a miner, you're not that affected by the volatility of the Bitcoin price as a holder or a trader short term, because the Bitcoin price is extremely volatile, and it is you get very emotionally attached by sitting and looking at coinmarketcap.com or your Blockfolio wallet. You get very emotionally attached. But with mining, you're just a part of a long-term accumulation process in a growing pool. This is very important to say, because when more members are joining us, we add more equipment for the money coming in, we mine more Bitcoin. So this picture right here is from our two wonderful Danish ladies, our leaders from Denmark, visiting the facility a couple of months ago, and we actually gave away some of our old equipment that is not that efficient anymore for mining Bitcoin as souvenirs for the members. We do that every 6 months. So what you also can do then is follow 100% transparent our daily mining revenues ever since the first block was mined in our BitClub pool on blockchain.info/pools. This is what is separating us from all of the other cryptocurrency mining things out there, all of the MLM things, all of the get-rich-quick schemes out there. We have a track record. We have the transparency. You don't need to trust me. You don't need to trust me what I'm saying. Go and look at the track record itself on blockchain.info. It's open for everyone to see. So let's go in there and have a look. Let's see how I do this. Okay, I stop sharing. I will I will go to my Safari. I will share my screen. Have I already talked for 40 minutes? Okay, let's see here. It's very exciting. So what we can do, if you go to blockchain.info, you press charts, and we scroll down, we take hash rate distribution. So out of all of the 1,800 Bitcoins that have been mined the last 24 hours, these are the miners that have been mining Bitcoin. So we have mined 0.8% out of all of the 1,800 Bitcoins the last 24 hours, which is really low compared to what we usually do. So I'm actually very excited to be able to show you this very, very low mining earning day, because then you can actually expect something very, very much more in the next couple of days. So 0.8%, guys, the last 24 hours. Usually we mine between 5 and 10% of all of the coins in the world on a daily basis. We're right now installing more equipment that we have assembled in our new mining facility in Montana. I will not go too deep into details about that, because then I can talk for another 2 hours. But if you go to our pool, you can see all of the blocks we've been mining since day one. And you can also go into our Bitcoin wallet, as you can see here, newly generated coins, press this wallet address here. Okay, what is happening with my Safari? Yeah, you can see something is definitely happening with my computer over here. Someone's trying to hack me. See if I can do that without sharing. Yes, it worked. Okay, so This is our wallet address that we've been using now for the last 4.5 years. And you can follow all the transactions since day one. Now, I'm very sorry that it's in Swedish. It's impossible to change for English according to my Safari, so you just have to listen to what I'm saying. The total received in this wallet is 84,605 Bitcoins. So we've been mining over 84,000 Bitcoins the last 4.5 years. And all of these coins has been shared with the members of our club after electricity cost and maintenance for our facilities. This is on today's Bitcoin value, $335 million worth of Bitcoin. $335 million worth of Bitcoin, where we can show this is what we've been doing, guys. And the final balance in this wallet right now is $16 million. So we still have 4,000 Bitcoins in this wallet right now. So when people ask, what happens if the Bitcoin price tanks and you cannot pay for the electricity cost anymore? This is our bank account, guys. I'm not saying it's my bank account. This is our pool's bank account. This is our bank account. So you can follow this on a daily basis, and you will be able to follow this for the next 10 years. However long time Bitcoin will actually be profitable. So let's go back and see how you can be a part of it. So how can you be a part of starting mining? Mining Bitcoin is profitable as long as the mining pool continues to expand with new mining equipment and maximizes efficiency. This is very important. If the pool is not adding more equipment and all of the other pools are adding equipment, that means that the pool that you're involved in will take smaller and smaller market shares every day that is passing by. When we're purchasing a mining share in any of the BitClub mining pools, we get a minimum of 1,000 days of daily mining earnings from all of the coins that has been mined through our pool on a daily basis. The BitClub pool has a very unique model where we can accumulate partial mining shares, which increases the pool's mining equipment. So from the daily earnings coming in, we can decide to put, for example, as these are suggesting. This is not decided. This is how it has to be. This is just suggestions. So from the pool one, the $500 pool, they are suggesting that you put 50% repurchase, so we can actually expand our mine with more mining equipment by only the earnings coming in on a daily basis. So BitClub recommends miners to set a minimum repurchase percentage, and this is displayed here below. And when you earn daily Bitcoin, a percentage will be paid then to your wallet, and the remaining earnings are set aside to repurchase partial mining shares. And this is happened by automatic over the 1,000 days, which makes you able to mine Bitcoin even after 1,000 days. And this unique model allows you to be able to mine Bitcoins for years and years and years and years to come. So we have 3 different pools. If you buy the founders pool, you buy one of each. So this is the different products we're having. But what is really interesting then is that there is set up different mining share structures. Everything ranging from, a couple of $1,000 to a couple of $100,000, literally. Many people, us personally, have invested a couple of $100,000 in mining shares over a longer period of time now because we've seen the result. And we have a crowdfunding model which is based by word by mouth. We haven't spent one single penny in advertisement, but BitClub has made over $1 billion in sales, guys, over the past 5 years. How is that possible? How do you make $1 billion in sales without any marketing, without any advertising? By word by mouth. So BitClub does not limit you to own just one mining share. You can literally own as many mining shares as you want, and it's completely up to you. So the opportunity of actually helping other people to get involved is what this crowdfunded model based by word by mouth means. I will talk about this on the other picture, but this gives members like you and me the opportunity to participate with multiple mining shares. And with these calculated mining shares here, you will earn direct commission in Bitcoin simply by purchasing multiple mining shares and referring yourself. So take the $15,000 mining share structure, for example. You get 23 pool ones, 1 pool 2, and you will get $1,600 back in Bitcoin commission simply by purchasing more mining shares. So you can call it a discount. Then jump over to the $60,000 structure. You get 54 pool ones, 7 founders pools, and you will get $7,400 back in direct commission in Bitcoins on yourself. And what this means today, if we just take the calculator, $7,400 worth of Bitcoin. Let's see. Okay, let's just keep it simple. 7,400 is approximately 2 Bitcoins today. Low calculate, or approximately 2 Bitcoins. So what if the Bitcoin price then goes up to, let's say, $20,000 within the next year? That means that you have $40,000 back just from the Bitcoins that you earned on yourself, and you will still have those 54 pool ones and the 7 founder pool to tick Bitcoin for you, daily mining earnings. And we've been doing this for 5 years now, and we haven't missed one single day of daily mining payout. So what mining can offer is an opportunity to accumulate coins long term. And when the price goes up to, let's say, $100,000, it's because it's just a matter of time before the price of Bitcoin goes up to $100,000. It's a big difference between owning 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin. That's something mining can offer, a long-term sustainable solution in a growing pool to accumulate a few more coins over a longer period of time. At least that's the goal. So the crypto group is a community. We are a team. We are going to the mining facility on Iceland once every 6 months. We will most probably get invited to the large mining facility in Montana by the end of this year. And you can be a part of mining Bitcoins long term and also help others to get involved. And as well as daily mining earnings, BitClub also has a cutting-edge crowdfunding model, which we've already told you. This is very profitable for those who choose to help others to be a part of the mining pool. See, this is so good written that I have to read from this, guys. By helping others to mine Bitcoins through the pool, BitClub is buying more mining hardware, increases the pool's hash power, which will result in more mining earnings over time to everyone. But this is the only opportunity to get involved in a long-term, transparent Bitcoin mining operation in combination with a referral-based community. So every time you share this opportunity with someone else, you actually earn a commission in Bitcoin for doing so. So what does this mean? Not only you're helping people get involved in a safe and secure environment, you can also make a life-changing amount of Bitcoin right now when the price is actually really, really, really low by helping other people to get involved. People are mining Bitcoin, you're mining Bitcoin, but if you're a really, really good person, you will also, by helping others, get Bitcoin in commission for doing so, for educating others, help them to make an informed decision based on their own due diligence. Don't try to sell this to anyone. Everything is transparent. Make people do their own due diligence. So we have 2 parts of this. Basically, the mining pool, you can be a part of and accumulating coins long term in one of the largest and growing mining pools in the world. We're taking greater market shares due to a network of people growing the pool with more hash rate. I've said this 1,000 times now. And then you can also decide to get involved. By helping others to get involved in a safe and secure Bitcoin environment, we're not only growing the pool's hash rate, but we can make a life-changing amount of Bitcoins by referring and educating others. Why wouldn't you share this opportunity with others? When the Bitcoin price will go up to $50,000, when the price will go up to $100,000, when, as Tim Draper says, the Bitcoin price will go up to $250,000, why wouldn't you like to be a part of sharing this opportunity with others? For me, it's such a no-brainer. And why I love this industry so much is because you can choose who you want to work with, when you want to work, how much you want to earn. There is no income cap, and you can decide where you want to work. Like, everything is completely up to you. That's why I love this industry. So you can choose the friends you would really like to educate others with. Educate others in this with, and by doing that, you can make a life-changing amount of Bitcoins right now. For me, it's just a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you share this opportunity with others? But also remember, it's completely up to you. It's a completely individual decision. So now to some really interesting news. Yesterday, BitClub Network actually launched. Oh, let's see. I'll show you this soon. I'm just trying to see the title of the slide because so like BitClub Network wrote, we're really excited to announce a new trading platform that is exclusively launched to BitClub Network members starting the 3rd of so the 3rd of March. And this is really interesting, guys. As I told you before, there are two big parts of cryptocurrency today. It's mining and it is trading. However, trading is not something most of us start ourselves, to be honest. It's something where we see what is happening here. My computer is just turning black. Okay, I think I need to go back to this slide. Okay, so what BitClub Network actually launched today for its members, it's something that I've been hearing about for the last 2 years. Ross told me 2 years ago, and Navid 2 years ago, that they were working on with some of the most influential people in the trading space to develop a algorithm to catch the trends on the cryptocurrency market. But he said it's not ready yet. This trading algorithm, this trader is not ready yet. So they were going to launch this 1.5 years ago, but it was just creating too unstable result. So they didn't choose to launch it. And this is really interesting, guys. So what is this BC Trader? I will try to explain it in a very easy way. It's an artificial intelligence-based software platform that connects directly with your existing exchange account. So if you have, for example, Binance, Bittrex, Coinbase, Kraken, Corbit, whatever, and you have Bitcoin or Ethereum in these accounts, you will be able to connect the BC Trader to let this algo trade with your Bitcoins through an API on your own account. You're not sending your Bitcoins or Ethereum anywhere. It's using a variety of data and algorithms to help you to execute trades within your own account. You can watch this happen both inside your BC Trader account and also, of course, your own Bittrex or Binance account, and you will have full control over the software. And what is really interesting with this is that the result that has been created with this trading algo has just been phenomenal. I know I met, when I met Ross over a year ago, he showed me some of the results from his private account, and it just blew my mind. I mean, at that time, he showed me 1 month he made 20%. For me, that is just, it sounds too good to be true. But during the whole 2018, this trader have created everything between 10 and 40% a month. And this sounds too good to be true. I truly understand that. However, this is something where you don't send money anywhere. You can actually be participating with this trading algo by having your own account, and you have full control over it. So what they did was to contract these traders, these coders, creating this trading algorithm, and create a trading algo only for BitClub Network members and sell it as a product. So you and me can accumulate more Bitcoins by not only being a part of a long-term accumulation process through mining, but also through having your own Bitcoins on your own trading account and letting the most modern artificial intelligence based software trade with your coins. And then you can stop it whenever you want. You can do whatever you want with the coins, and you can see exactly what is happening with your own portfolio. So I've been listening to this for the last 1.5 years. I have not talked about this to anyone, or me and Navid have not talked to anyone about this except Joby, Irene, and a couple of other people that is also on the call today. But we are super excited about this product because this is not just something which they decided yesterday, hey, let's create one of those trading algorithm robot things. And tomorrow they set up a network marketing company to attract a lot of money. And next week it's just shut down. You're not sending your money anywhere. This is something they've been building for the past 2 years. That's why I believe this is so interesting. Now was the time for them to actually launch it because it's tested, they have the track record, and now it's open for all of the members. So I will give you a little bit more detailed information because this is the first time I'm talking about it. So what we have here is literally 3 different trader pack you can purchase. We have a $500 trade pack, which gives you access to use 1 API key on 1 exchange that you're having. You can select up to 3 different trading pairs. A trading pair is, for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Dash, Bitcoin USDT, Ethereum Dash, and so on, different trading pairs. And you can allocate up to $2,000 in your trading account for the BC Trader to work with. The Trader Pack 2 gives you access to 2 different exchanges. You can choose up to 7 different algorithms or 7 different trading pairs, and you can allocate up to $5,000 in total trading account. You can have a Trader Pack 3, which is $2,000, trade up to 5 exchanges, select up to 15 trading pairs, and allocate $15,000. And then you can buy the Trader Founder Pack, which gives you unlimited exchanges, unlimited trading pairs, up to $100,000 in your personal volume holding in terms of cryptocurrency. Plus, you will receive special offers in the future as any founder pool out there that we have in our pool. So we are super excited about these guys because now we have the best of 2 worlds. We have the best of the transparency of the network itself, which is mining, and we have something which most companies today are trying to get their hands on, which is trading algorithms. And we have developed this just due to the fact that BitClub Network have had over $1 billion in sales the past 5 years. And now we have the opportunity to, or Ross had the opportunity with the guys to create this trading algorithm called the BC Trader entirely only for the BitClub Network. It will not be sold outside the BitClub Network. And it's already being sold now in the back office. So if you are a monster builder, you can buy this product right now, which we will talk about on another webinar, how the ranking system works. But the 3rd of March, this product will be launched for everyone. So if you're interested in trading and want to have a look at the most modern artificial intelligence-based trading algorithm out there, I mean, have a look at the BC Trader. There will come up crazy amount of testimonials in the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks. People will post pictures, videos of how it's going for their own personal holding. And the most interesting aspect of this trader is that they're only selling 150,000 contracts. So they will not sell more API keys than 150,000. So they will only allow 150,000 members to participate with this trader because there will not be room enough for more to actually trade with the same pairs, with the same algorithm without moving the market. So right now we have the possibility to still get our hands on it, at least for the next couple of months. So if you haven't thought about it yet, prepare to at least buy it right now, so you can connect it to one of your exchanges and start to make profit through our own trading algorithm as well. This is really, really crazy. So I'm really happy and excited to share that information with you, but I will not take too much more of your time. I will actually leave back to Irene so she can finish up and maybe invite some of the people in the call to have them tell what they've been experienced for the past couple of years and how it's been going for them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this presentation, Max. I think it's really, really important information. Now I see nothing. What did you do? Hold on. You're the tech guy, eh? Okay. I guess I will see. Hold on.
We can both see and hear you.
Yeah, I cannot. Well, okay. I cannot see you, but I guess I will have to look at all the pictures. The beautiful pictures of I see everyone, which is nice though. But maybe, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I was actually thinking, I'm looking here at, we have so many awesome people on this call. But can I perhaps, you know, people who don't have their camera on, you just want to make sure that they're dressed and everything. It's an evening webinar. Dana, are you with me? Let's see. I don't know. Can you unmute Dana and just see if...
I have unmuted Dana.
Ah, Dana, are you with me? Seems to be something with the sound then. Okay.
I think that we should at least put Joby on the call here, because I've been spending a lot of time with Joby the last couple of years, and if you just look at the last couple of months, I mean, I've been spending more time with you than I've spent with my wife, literally. And what is interesting with Joby is that he got in touch with Bitcoin back in, I think, 2012, and the story Joby is in possession of is just something I guess everyone should be a part of listening to, at least for a few minutes, because what Joby have created over the last couple of years is something that most people could just dream about. And also in terms of the story he has, what he's been through, Joby, please share us with you how you got started and what you've seen with the crypto group and what we're doing with BitClub.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Max. Great presentation as well. And just to say, it's an absolute honour and a privilege to be working with someone with your knowledge and the leadership that you provide. You really are Uncle Max. So that's my little nickname for you, because you just do everything and you're always there for everyone. So thank you for all you do as well. But my story started off, for those of you who don't know me, I used to be a scaffolder working on a building site, very, very cold, doing a very dangerous job. And someone dropped scaffold fitting and dropped from 70 foot and landed on my head. So I'm very, very lucky to be alive. But if it hadn't been an accident, I wouldn't have found Bitcoin and I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. So I'm truly blessed. And every day is an absolute life-changing moment where we're involved with Bitcoin, that's for sure. And I got involved when the price was about late 2012, and I've seen Bitcoin grow from tiny little baby. And when I used to speak to people would be like, that knock on your head, I don't think it's done you any good. But I knew there was something in this, and I knew that if it said what it was going to do back then, it would change the way we use and transact money forever. So I got heavily involved, a bit like Max, got involved in some projects. It's going to be the new Bitcoin. Lost a lot of money, and then I've made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, made a lot of money. So it's been a real roller coaster ride. It's not just been all pure sailing, and that's the thing with this. It is still so early, and we can probably look at this now. We're in probably the stages of Nokia phone when it was very first come out, and playing Snake on the computer, and this is just so early still, and we really have not seen anything of what this will do. You know, just spending time with Max and Irene and Navid and Joe and Russ and all of the guys in the club, when you get to speak with these, and Yoshi, who's on the picture now on Max's screen, when you get to speak to these guys, and you know that Bitcoin is going to change money. And as Max said at the very start of the presentation, which so true, Bitcoin will do to money what internet did for information. And we are the infrastructure and the heartbeat of Bitcoin. It doesn't get any better than that. And it's a fully transparent opportunity with so many years ahead of us. We never ever have to have another business again, and we are involved with one of the tightest and most professional networking groups and teams that I've ever worked with. The crypto group for me is just simply incredible. We're now traveling all over the world, educating people on how to help Bitcoin and get their Bitcoin, get their mining shares. And it's just an absolute privilege to be involved with such a great team. And the buzz at the moment within the team and the community is absolutely incredible. Now, I've probably been in marketing for about 9 years, coming up to 10, I suppose. I've never seen a team like this, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So we really are at the start of something very, very exciting. 2019 is about to get it's about to get very loco. We've got some major things coming. This trading platform that's coming out, we've known about it for a while, but it's just to come out and be like, oh yeah, we're dropping on the 3rd of March. We didn't know, but this is really, really big. But there's only 150,000 shares, guys. It's gonna be first come, first serve. I've got 600,000 people in BitClub. Last year we made 450 millionaires alone. I don't think they're going to buy one share. So as soon as that comes out, guys, please go and get it. And also, as well, I just want to touch on 27th, 28th of March. Make sure that you are in Marbella. Cannot be missed. We've got so much exciting stuff happening for the event, and I'm sure Max will announce all of the updates and everything when he's ready. But there's some big things happening, and it's going to be an amazing 2 days. So when you're at them events, you learn from all of the people. You learn from the leaders. You can get to network, and you can actually find out what people are doing. So make sure you're at that event. But just love the Crypto Grid, guys. Do whatever you can to get involved if you're new.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joby. Amazing. And you're so right. I mean, we're in the right spot at the right time. And with this new product, it's just awesome what we can do for ourselves, for our teams. And like you're saying, it's only 150,000 shares out there. So I will definitely not miss one. That's for sure. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for a beautiful presentation. And I just want to emphasize also on the event last weekend of April, the 27th and 28th, get your tickets because that event is going to be epic. We have so much awesome stuff lined up that will be coming out pretty soon, I assume. I'm going to let that over to you, Max. But it's going to be really, really awesome. And if you buy your tickets, show your team the way, do the same thing. Because I just know it. People who show up at this event, they will change their business. But then again, we're on the process of doing that right now as well. So I just want to finish off also with talking about, maybe you guys want to say, because you're going to the UK, right? What dates? And anyways, I could finish off with, we will be going to Scandinavia. Let's see now, the 5th of March until the 10th of March. No, 12th of March. We will be going to Sweden, to Denmark, and to Norway. So you get in contact with your upline, so you know where to go, where to, times and everything, because you definitely don't want to miss this. Okay? So thank you so much, guys. I'm grateful to be working with so many awesome people, but I need to get on another call, so I'm going to have to leave. So have an awesome evening, everyone, and take care. Talk soon.